Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the cost of software quality. So basically this is also a metrics, you can say, guys. So basically here we will be showing you the costs. So the cost will be in terms of financial values, that is nothing but the numerical values. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, so in simple words, here we will be showing the values of the current budget. So these are some four values which are popular, guys. That is nothing but control budget expenditures. Okay, so how much budget currently we are having, and the previous year failure costs, and the previous project quality costs, other departmental costs. So basically different costs, budgets, everything will be shown in this matrix or in this cost of software quality, guys. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, similarly few more things can be showed. So the main concept in this is okay, so it was developed in the 1950s by him, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm just going through the important topics if you are to be clear, guys. Okay, yes. So now let us go through the model of a cost of a software quality. So this is the basic model. We are having one advanced model also. We'll be discussing about that. Don't worry. Okay. So cost of a software quality is divided into two types. That is nothing but control cost and failures cost. So this is for failures and this is for controls. Okay. So in controls we are having preventional cost and appraisal cost. Similarly, in failure, internal failure and external failure. Okay, guys, we'll be discussing about each and every one in detail. Don't worry. So firstly, let us go through the definition so that will be clear for you. Okay, yes. So cost of control are assigned to either the prevention or the appraisal cost subclasses. Okay, that definition does not give that much information. Let us continue to prevention cost. Includes investment in in quality infrastructure and quality activities that are not directed to specific project or system being general to the organization. So basically prevention costs are something. So assume that you are building a project, guys. Okay, so in that project you need some employees, right? So assume that you need 100 employees. So in that situation, indirectly to have them in your office 24/7 working or as per your working times, so you need at least 100 systems, right? Yes. So in this way, instead of 100 systems, if you buy 200 systems, okay, so in that situation for other projects also, if there are any other projects, you can accommodate for them also, right? In this way, right? Yes. So that is nothing but the prevention cost. So includes investment in quality infrastructure and quality activities that are not directly specified to the project. So for this project we need only 100, but why we are getting 200? Because it might be useful in future, right? Yes. So that is the concept of a prevention cost. Whereas appraisal cost is nothing but it includes the cost of activity performed for a specific program or software system for a purpose of detecting errors. So basically appraisal means, what is appraisal for a salary, guys? So it is a hike in salary they will be saying, or some kind of a gift or bonus they will be saying, right? Yes. So whenever you are working as a tester or a developer, so when you find software defects or bugs, and if you note them down and if you show the resolving issues, like how you can resolve them and everything, you could get appraisal costs. Okay, yes, so that comes under here. Similarly, failure of a control cost. So what kind of failures could occur? It might be internal or external. So internal includes a cost of correcting errors that have been detected by design reviewers, software testers and acceptance testers. So basically acceptance testers testing is done by the customers and completed before the software is installed at customer site. So before doing these issues, resolving these issues is called as internal failure cost. Similarly, external means after releasing. So includes all the costs of correcting failure defects by customers or maintenance team after the software is installed at the client's side. Okay, yes. So now I hope everyone is now 100% clear with the four types, right? Yes. Let us continue. Okay. So there are some more information about each and every type in the next pages, guys. Okay, I think you will be going through it, right? So for prevention cost we are having some information. Okay, please go through it, guys. It will be really easy. There is nothing complex in it. Similarly, appraisal cost, the reviewing cost of software testing and everything will be included. Okay. Similarly, we are having for internal failure. Okay. So as well as external failure. Okay, yes. So previously I told you that we are having one advanced diagram, right, or extended diagram. So this is the extended diagram, guys. So here we just added two more fields. So this is one field and this is one field. That is nothing but managerial preparation and control cost, managerial failure cost. Okay, so let us go through their definitions. Okay, yes. So managerial preparation and control cost is nothing but, okay, are associated with activities performed to prevent managerial failures, reduce prosperous of their occurrences. So basically before their occurrence, if you are resolving them, like it is preparation, right? So before their occurrence only you will be preparing some things so that thing will not happen. So that concept is nothing but managerial preparation and control costs. Okay, whereas managerial failure cost is nothing but, so managerial failure cost can be incurred through the entire course of software development beginning in the project state. So basically once you developed the thing, and if you are having some failures with the infrastructure or anything, they come under here, guys. Got it? Yes. So these all costs will be represented in matrices or in any form so that the developers can reduce them in the future, right? Yes. So these are some applications, guys. Okay, so indirectly they help in the development of the application and the organization. Okay, yes. So in order to apply a cost of a software quality system in an organization, the following are required. So definition of a cost of software quality model and array of cost items specifically for organization, department and team. So they are stored in arrays, it seems. So I'm not 100% clear with this, guys. So how they are represented? Are they represented in matrices, arrays? Like how they are represented? There is no proper example. I did search for it, but I did not find anyone, right? Yes. So each of these cost items that consider the model should be related to one or the subclass. So basically we discussed about subclasses, right? So we are having two types, and after that we are having three subclasses in each. I'm talking with respect to extended one. Okay, so definition, data collection should be proper. Okay, so application of cost of software quality system including the thorough follow-up. So basically if some costs are given, so you need to cross check them. That's also really important. So actions to be taken in the responsible of finding products. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got some basic idea about this concept of a cost of software quality, right? Yes. So in the next lecture, we'll be discussing about the standards, guys. Okay. So inside that standards only, we'll be discussing about ISO 9000. Okay. Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.